Like many other Zelda games, the Wind Waker is filled with special collectibles to find around the world, and one such collectible is the Piece of Heart. With over 40 to find across the Great Sea, Link can reach a maximum of 20 hearts. And for that, I've got you covered with this guide for all Pieces of Heart. First, a few quick details worth noting. While we're playing in the Wind Waker HD, we'll make sure any differences from the original GameCube version are clearly defined. Secondly, we'll be going through these Pieces of Heart in the order I obtained them in the game, which is mostly as soon as they become available for you to get, though I saved all of the ones in treasure charts for the end. You could technically do those anytime after getting the treasure chart. And finally, we won't be going over the heart containers in this video. You get one for each dungeon boss that you defeat, which gives a full heart to Link, so don't forget to grab them. With those out of the way, join me on Link's journey for love across the Great Sea to find all 40 plus Pieces of Heart in the Wind Waker. The first Piece of Heart is found in the Forsaken Fortress, and can be obtained when you visit it for the first time at the start of the game. You obtain the map of the fortress right here. So if you jump down a floor, you can hit this switch to open the cell, and open the treasure chest inside to get your first Piece of Heart. The second Piece of Heart is found on Windfall Island, and can be obtained as soon as you first visit the island. Head into the building at the base of the windmill to play Battlesquids, where you have to shoot all 3 big Octos in 24 shots or less. Win the game, and you'll be rewarded with a Piece of Heart. The third Piece of Heart is also found on Windfall Island, and can be obtained just as early. Talk with the kids wandering around outside, and play hide and seek with them. If the option doesn't appear, you'll need to go into the school and talk with their teacher first. Anyway, once you play hide and seek with the kids, you'll need to find and catch all 4 of them. Winning against the kids will reward you with a Piece of Heart. The fourth Piece of Heart is found on Pawprint Isle. You can stop here on your way to Roost Island for the first time. On the main island, crawl into the cave, and follow the main open path to the treasure chest located near some red choo-choos. And inside, you'll get your Piece of Heart. The fifth Piece of Heart is found on Roost Island. Inside the home of the Rito, play the mail sorting minigame 3 times. Then, reload the room by leaving and coming back, and someone new will be at the desk, the new part-timer, Baito. Play the minigame again for Baito, and he'll give you a letter to his mother to drop in a postbox. Sometime before you leave Roost Island, bring this letter to the postbox near the shore, and place it inside. After some time, you'll get rewarded with a Piece of Heart in the postbox. For me, this was by the time I reached Forest Haven in the story. The sixth Piece of Heart is also found in a postbox. It shows up after obtaining Ferrore's Pearl, so you'll most likely find it in the postbox in Forest Haven. The seventh Piece of Heart is found on Greatfish Isle. Go up this lone part of the island with the Korok up top, and use the Deku Leaf to glide northwest to this small cave opening, which has a treasure chest inside containing a Piece of Heart. The eighth Piece of Heart is found on Outset Island. When returning to the island, as early as when you return for story reasons to find Jaboon, you can go to Orca's house to train with your sword skills. If you hit him 500 times during this training, he'll reward you with a Piece of Heart. It takes a bit of time though. I recommend shielding anytime you're not actively on the offensive. At this point, most of the Great Sea really opens up to you. This is the route that I got these in, but most of these you could do in any order you'd like as you sail across the seas, aside from any prerequisite items that I'll be making note of. The ninth Piece of Heart is found on Needle Rock Isle, specifically in this treasure chest surrounded by flames. Use a Hoi pair to take control of a nearby seagull, and fly up to the top of the highest rock and hit the switch, taking care to avoid enemies in the process. After hitting the switch, the flames around the chest will disappear, and you can go open it. The 10th piece of heart is obtained from Spectacle Island. Play the barrel shooting minigame and win by sinking all of the barrels. Each attempt costs 50 rupees, so you should have some money saved up. By winning the minigame, you'll be rewarded with a piece of heart. The 11th piece of heart is obtained on Windfall Island from the auction house. This auction starts at 80 rupees, so you're definitely gonna need at least one wallet upgrade in order to win. But once you win the auction, you'll get the piece of heart. The 12th piece of heart is found on Star Island. Blow up the large rock in the lower left point of the island and enter the cave. Defeat all the enemies in the cave, and a chest will spawn, which has a piece of heart. The 13th piece of heart is found near 7 Star Isles. Southwest of the isles and the trio of platforms is a big Octo. Use your boomerang, bombs, or arrows to defeat the big Octo, and then salvage up the treasure it drops to get a piece of heart. The 14th piece of heart is found near Tingle Island. North of the island is a big Octo, so once again, use your boomerang, bombs, or arrows to defeat it, and then salvage up the treasure it drops to get a piece of heart. The 15th piece of heart is obtained near Spire Isle. To the south of the isle are 2 ships. Defeat them with your cannon, and salvage up the treasure they drop, and one of them will have a piece of heart. The 16th piece of heart is also obtained near Spire Isle. Find the masked Beedle shopship sailing nearby, and inside you'll find a piece of heart for 950 rupees, so you're gonna need at least one wallet upgrade to afford it. The 17th piece of heart is obtained from a side quest on Dragon Roost Island. Collect 20 golden feathers, which are obtained from these bird enemies and pea hats. Once you have 20, bring them to this Rito guard on the 2nd floor near the mail station. Not too long after, you'll find a new letter for you in the mailbox from his girlfriend, giving you a piece of heart. The 18th piece of heart is obtained near Six Eye Reef. There's a submarine southwest of the reef. Head inside and defeat all of the enemies. Then climb up the new ladder and open the chest to get a piece of heart. The 19th piece of heart is found on Bomb Island. Use bombs to blow up the large rock on the island, revealing a cave. Inside, use the enemies to activate the switches, and get access to the treasure chest. Inside is a piece of heart. The 20th piece of heart is found near the 5 Star Isles. There's a submarine down south of the isles. Head inside and defeat all of the enemies, which gives you access to the treasure chest containing a piece of heart. The 21st piece of heart is found on the Angular Isles, specifically the larger of the two. Push and pull the blocks around to help you climb up to the top of the isle, and open the treasure chest up top to get a piece of heart. The 22nd piece of heart is found on Headstone Island. Use a Hyoi pair to take control of a seagull and fly to the top of the main island. You'll see a piece of heart up top, so just fly into it, and when returning control back to Link, you'll get it. The 23rd piece of heart is found on Windfall Island. After activating the Ferris wheel by pointing the wind north and standing on the switch around the back, ride the Ferris wheel up to the top. Use your fire arrows to light the torch inside the lighthouse. This will make a treasure chest appear on a small island near the docks. Head over to the bomb shop and glide to the chest, and inside is a piece of heart. The 24th piece of heart is made available at the same time. After lighting up the lighthouse, head back up to this man waiting by the entrance to the ride. Talk to him, and in celebration of the lighthouse working again, he'll give you a piece of heart. If you're like me and you forget to talk to him for a while, it might take a few tries of talking to him before he gives you the reward. The 25th piece of heart is also on Windfall Island. After completing the Forsaken Fortress and rescuing the kidnapped girls, return to Windfall. Enter the rich home on the 2nd floor, and talk to Maggie by the window. She'll give you a letter to deliver, so give that to the postbox. After some time, usually an in-game day that can be skipped using the Song of Passing, return to the rich home to witness Maggie's father arguing with the postman. Head to the cafe by Zunari's shop, and talk to the postman to get Mo's letter. Now, bring Mo's letter to Maggie, and in return, she'll give you a piece of heart. The 26th piece of heart is yet another one found on Windfall Island. You'll need the Deluxe Pictobox, which if you don't know how to get, check out our video guide on all item upgrades in the game. Take a color photo of this girl standing outside by the group of children. Take the photo to the man in green that walks around the island. You already had a quest from Lenzo to take a photo of these two looking at each other, so they should be familiar. Give this man the photo of the girl. On another day, go to the cafe by Zunari's shop, and you'll find the pair inside, now a couple. Talk to the lady and she'll give you a piece of heart. The 27th piece of heart is the last one on Windfall Island. Talk to Zunari at his shop to begin selling different items to decorate with. This will also begin the trading sequence with the different Goron merchants, which is a different piece of heart. For now, we're sticking to Windfall Island. You'll need to use decorations from Zunari's shop to decorate the town. The cheapest way to do this is to use the town flower, as it's only 10 rupees. But if you do the Goron merchant trading quest, you'll have plenty of other options from Zunari's shop. Any of these will do. Anyway, you'll need to decorate the 14 different spots found outside around the town. That's 3 by the bench, 2 by Zunari's shop, 2 by the stairs, 1 next to the potion shop, and 6 up on the big arc. After placing something into all 14 of these spots, talk to this man on the bench, and he'll reward your efforts with a piece of heart. The 28th piece of heart is obtained by completing the trading sequence started at Zunari's shop. Take his town flower to one of the 3 Goron merchants found on Greatfish Isle, Mother and Child Isles, and Bomb Island. Trade the items between all 3 Goron merchants to work your way up to receiving the Shop Guru statue from the merchant on Mother and Child Isles. Bring this statue to the merchant on Greatfish Isle, and give it to him for a piece of heart. Here's the path that I took for this section. Trade the town flower for the sea flower on Bomb Island. Then trade the sea flower for the exotic flower on Greatfish Isle. Trade the exotic flower for the pinwheel on Mother and Child Isles. Then trade the pinwheel for the sickle moon flag on Bomb Island. Trade the sickle moon flag for the big catch flag on Mother and Child Isles. Then trade the big catch flag for the fountain idol on Greatfish Isle. Trade the fountain idol for the big sail flag on Mother and Child Isles. Then trade the big sail flag for the hero's flag on Greatfish Isle. And then immediately trade back the hero's flag for the postman statue, still here on Greatfish Isle. Then trade the postman statue for the shop guru statue on Mother and Child Isles. And finally, bring the shop guru statue back to Greatfish Isle. Keep in mind that this trading sequence to fill Zunari's shop by trading between the merchants will run you over 500 rupees. So if you're looking to do it all at once, you'll have to upgrade your wallet at least once. The 29th piece of heart is found on Outset Island. After obtaining the power bracelets, grab the large pig from the house up the hill. Bring that pig across the bridge to the other side of the island, near the house with the overgrown lawn. Throw down bait on this left patch of dark dirt, and the pig will burrow to dig up a piece of heart. The 30th piece of heart involves watering the withered trees across the Great Sea. Speak to one of the Koroks found near a withered tree, such as the one on Greatfish Isle, to learn more about their plight. Then head to Forest Haven. Enter the haven, and while standing in the water, use an empty bottle to grab some forest water. This water contains magical properties, but it'll only last for 30 minutes in the HD version, or 20 in the GameCube and Nintendo Classics version. Thankfully, the time does not go down while the game is paused. So, you must visit each of the 8 withered trees within this time frame, and water all of them. Thankfully, you only need this one bottle, as the water inside is infinite. So let's go over our recommended order for visiting these trees. after obtaining the Ballad of Gales to warp around the Great Sea. First, sail east of Forest Haven to Cliff Plateau Isles. Work your way through the cave and to the other exit to reach the highest isle, and up to the withered tree. Make sure to water the tree before moving on. Next, warp to Southern Fairy Island, then sail west to Shark Island. Find the tree on the northern end of the island and water it. Then warp to Greatfish Isle and find the Korok at the top of the lone island in the south. Water the tree, then get going. You'll next want to sail southwest to Needle Rock Isle. You'll find the tree near the treasure chest at the southern end of the island. Next, warp back to Forest Haven and sail northwest to the private oasis. You'll find the tree by the pool in the southern end of the island. Then, warp up to Tower of the Gods and sail north to Eastern Fairy Island. You'll find the tree on the southern end of the island. Next, warp over to Tingle Island and sail northwest to Mother and Child Isles. You'll find the tree on the small island near the Goron Merchant. Finally, get back to your boat and sail north to Star Island, and go water the tree in the middle of the island. Once you've watered all 8 trees in one cycle, you'll be rewarded with a piece of heart. The 31st piece of heart is obtained at the flight control platform. You must complete the Birdman contest by gliding 256 yards and reaching the goal. You'll need to make sure your magic is upgraded by defeating the Big Octo at 2-Eye Reef. The wind should be pointed northwest for optimal movement. Make sure to time your start to make use of the updrafts, but also make sure to keep moving forward instead of chasing the updrafts. Your magic won't last forever. It may take a few tries, but once you make it 256 yards and set a new record, you'll be rewarded with a piece of heart. The 32nd piece of heart is found near Stone Watcher Island. Destroy all of the cannons on the platform to the east of the island, and a treasure chest will spawn up top. Inside is the piece of heart. Okay, now most of the rest of the remaining pieces of heart are salvaged up from sunken treasures, found with treasure charts. If you want our full guide on treasure charts, make sure to check out our dedicated video guide. Anyway, the 33rd piece of heart is found by Spire Isle, salvaged up with treasure chart 2. Treasure chart 2 is found on Windfall Island, after defeating the Helmarok King at the Forsaken Fortress. If you collect 20 skull necklaces from moblins, you can bring them to this man inside the Rich House, and be rewarded with the treasure chart. Once you have the chart, head to this exact spot southwest of Spire Isle, and you'll get your piece of heart. The 34th piece of heart is found by Southern Fairy Island, salvaged up with treasure chart 4. This treasure chart is purchased from the masked Beedle shop for 900 rupees, so you won't be able to get it without a wallet upgrade. Once you have the chart, sail over to this spot south of the island, and salvage up your piece of heart. The 35th piece of heart is salvaged up from treasure chart 5, near Thorned Fairy Island. The treasure chart is found in the Wind Temple, on floor B1. You'll have to defeat all of the enemies in this room. That's 1 Wizrobe, 2 Stalfos, and 2 Bokoblins hidden within statues. After defeating all of the enemies, the treasure chest will spawn in the middle of the room, with the treasure chart inside. Once you have the chart, sail over to this spot southeast of the island, and salvage up your piece of heart. The 36th piece of heart is salvaged up from treasure chart 11, near Crescent Moon Island. Treasure chart 11 is found in the first dungeon of the game, Dragon Roost Cavern, in this room that's filled with pots and bokoblins. Use a stick to light the second torch in this platform, and you'll find the treasure chart inside the chest. Once you have the chart, sail southwest of the island and salvage up your piece of heart. The 37th piece of heart is obtained from treasure chart 15, near the Angular Isles. Treasure chart 15 is found in the Forbidden Woods, down in floor B1. In this room, with the sealed treasure chest in the center of the room, make your way to the back and up top. Grab a bomb flower and toss it into this hole in the middle of the room, which allows you to open the treasure chest, which has the treasure chart. Once you have the chart, sail southwest of the bigger island, and salvage up your piece of heart. The 38th piece of heart is obtained from treasure chart 20, near Bomb Island. Treasure chart 20 is found in the Earth Temple, on floor B1 in the room with all the floor masters. Defeat all the floor masters to make a chest spawn, and inside is the chart. Once you have the chart, sail southwest to the island and salvage up your piece of heart. The 39th piece of heart is obtained from Treasure Chart 23, near Diamond Steppe Island. Treasure Chart 23 is obtained on Windfall Island from the Battlesquids minigame. To get the chart, you need to set a new record, completing the game in under 20 shots. It may take a little while, so make sure to stock up on rupees. Once you've cleared it in under 20 shots, you'll be rewarded with the chart. Once you have the chart, sail to the west of the island, and salvage up the piece of heart. The 40th piece of heart is obtained from Treasure Chart 30 near Pawprint Isle. Treasure Chart 30 is found within the Tower of the Gods, in the north hallway on the second floor. Drop a bomb down to this cracked wall by the water on the left, and then enter the newly revealed room. Play the Wind's Requiem, and open the newly spawned treasure chest to get the chart. Once you have the chart, sail to the spot southwest of the island, and salvage up the piece of heart. The 41st piece of heart is obtained from Treasure Chart 31 near Forest Haven. Treasure Chart 31 is obtained on Windfall Island. During a full moon, take a clear color photo of the moon using the deluxe Postbox. During the daytime, show it to this boy sitting on the stairs, and he'll reward you with a treasure chart. Once you have the chart, sail to this spot south of the main island, but north of this smaller island in the lower right, and salvage up the piece of heart. The 42nd piece of heart is obtained from Treasure Chart 33 near the 5-star Isles. Treasure Chart 33 is obtained on Windfall Island, and requires the deluxe Postbox. Take a color photo of this lady standing outside the potion shop and show her the photo. She'll be so grateful that you reminded her of her beauty that she'll give you a treasure chart. Once you have the chart, sail to this spot south of the Isles, towards the rightmost of the 5, and salvage up your piece of heart. The 43rd piece of heart is obtained from Treasure Chart 38 near the 3-Eye Reef. Treasure Chart 38 is obtained on Windfall Island, and is tied to the auction house. The starting price for this chart is 60 rupees, so I would recommend getting at least one wallet upgrade before attempting this auction. Win the auction, and you'll get the chart. Once you have the chart, sail over to this spot just outside of the west entrance, and salvage up the piece of heart. The 44th and final piece of heart is actually different depending on the version of the game you're playing. In Wind Waker HD, which is the version I played here for footage, this piece of heart is obtained from Treasure Chart 46, which is also exclusive to the HD version of the game. Treasure Chart 46 is found on Pawprint Isle. Use the hookshot on this different looking tree on one of the smaller islands and drop into the cave. Defeat all of the wizrobes within, and any enemies that they spawn, and a treasure chest will appear, which contains the final chart. This chart depicts the 2-Eye Reef, specifically inside the reef, south of the upper left rock. So head to this spot and you'll salvage up the piece of heart. In the original Wind Waker on GameCube, and therefore also the Nintendo Classics version, you'll have to reach the very bottom of the Savage Labyrinth on Outset Island. You'll need the Mirror Shield to reach the lowest levels of this labyrinth. But if you make it through all the enemies and down to the bottom floor, you'll be rewarded with a piece of heart. And there you have it, every single piece of heart in Wind Waker. By now, as long as you've completed all the main dungeons, you should have a full set of 20 hearts across 2 rows. You've sailed the Great Sea in search of life itself. But that's not all to find on this adventure. For more on the Wind Waker, check out our comprehensive guide on every treasure chart in the game, which you already got a taste of in this video, or our guide on all the item upgrades in the game, as well as our wiki pages. For anything else on Wind Waker, The Legend of Zelda, gaming in general, and more, stay tuned to IGN.